Tensions once again boiling between Afghanistan and Pakistan following deadly cross-border clashes along the disputed Durand Line. Afghanistan claims to have killed 58 Pakistani soldiers in retaliation for Pakistani airstrikes, allegations that Islamabad denies. The violence has disrupted trade through the Torkham crossing and drawn calls for restraint from Gulf nations. At the heart of the crisis, Pakistan accuses the Taliban of harboring the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan or the TTP, a militant group blamed for deadly attacks. Kabul rejects the charge, saying that the issue lies with Pakistan. Once allies, the Taliban now seems to be distancing itself from Islamabad in a bid to gain domestic legitimacy. Earlier in New Delhi, Taliban Foreign Minister Amir Muttaqi issued a sharp warning, saying Afghanistan is fully capable of defending its borders and will respond firmly if provoked. Muttaqi alleged that some elements in Pakistan were trying to escalate tensions, even though most Pakistanis and their leaders want peace. He also dismissed Islamabad's claims of cross-border terrorism, saying Afghanistan has no TTP bases within its territory, and took a dig at Pakistan's leadership, saying if Pakistan is truly advanced, it should maintain peace within its own borders. Muttaqi said Afghanistan has finally achieved internal peace after 4 decades of war and now wants the same along its frontiers.
पाकिस्तान के साथ हमारे ताल्लुकात का एक चीज़ वाज़ेह करना चाहता हूँ कि पाकिस्तान का आवाम और पाकिस्तान का जो सियासून है और हुकूमत में भी अक्सर लोग जो है वो अमन पसंद लोग हैं, वो अफ़गानिस्तान के साथ अच्छा ताल्लुकात चाहता है। पाकिस्तानी आवाम और पाकिस्तानी सियासून के साथ हमारा कोई मुश्किल नहीं है। पाकिस्तान में कुछ ख़ास हलके हैं जो हालात को ख़राब करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, तो अफ़गानिस्तान अपना सरहदों का, अपना फ़ज़ा का हक़ महफूज रखे और जैसा कुछ खिलाफ वर्जियाँ हुआ है उसके फ़ौरन जवाब भी दिया। और फिर रात जो इंतकामी ऑपरेशन हुआ तो उसमें हमारा जो हदफ और मतलूब था वो हासिल हुआ। फिर हमारे दोस्त ममालिक जैसा कतर और सऊदी अरबिस्तान उन्होंने ख्वास्ता, उन्होंने तलब किया कि अभी जंग रुकना चाहिए, तो हमारे तरफ से जंग रुका हुआ और अभी हालात कंट्रोल में हैं। तो हम अच्छा ताल्लुकात चाहते हैं, हम मुज़ाकरात के दरवाज़े हमारा खुला है सबके लिए। हम अफ़गानिस्तान में अमन लाया है, हम सारे खित्ते के अमन चाहता है, तो ये एक बेहतरीन फ़ुर्सत आया है कि सब मसाइल मुज़ाकरे और मुफाहमे के रास्ते से हल होना चाहिए। अगर इस सिलसिले से कोई लोग हल नहीं करता है तो अफ़गानिस्तान एक खुसूसियत रखता है कि सारे ममालिक का सरहदों का और फ़ज़ा का जो हिफाजत है वो उस मुल्क के पहुँच कर रहा है। लेकिन वाहिद मुल्क अफ़गानिस्तान है कि तारीख़ के कई अरसों से लोग और हुकूमत मिलकर, फ़ौज और आवाम मिलकर अपने सरज़मीन से दिफा कर रहा है।
The tensions keep popping up every now and then just because some Afghans, probably proxies also for other powers, they keep raising this issue, paddling the issue of Durand Line, which is the official border between Pakistan and Afghanistan, internationally recognized. So these Afghans tend to live in the past. Whoever doesn't recognize this border is a prisoner of the past, and I don't think this argument by any Afghan minister or any Afghan leader would hold water when they talked about, if they talked about it at the United Nations or any other international fora. These guys, all of them come to Pakistan after getting a visa. They can't come without holding a valid travel document. So this is an unnecessary irritant that the Afghans, those who don't like to improve relations with Pakistan, keep injecting in the national discourse, and particularly taking advantage of the situations that we saw in the last 2 days. And secondly, uh, there is no, Amir Muttaqi may have said in New Delhi there is no terrorist group in Afghanistan, but the reality is that the Afghan government received about $35 million from the government of United Arab Emirates 2 3 years ago to resettle families of the fighters and the fighters themselves away from the border provinces to the Ghazni province. I was very recently in Kandahar as well, and the Afghan Taliban regime does not deny that. So the Noor Wali Masood, the chief of TTP, lives very much in Kabul. A couple of years ago, a delegation went to Afghanistan and they wanted to see him. And Noor Wali Masood, on a notice of 1 hour, came to the residence or the office of Sirajuddin Haqqani, the interior minister, for this meeting with the Pakistani delegation of religious clerics. So, you know, ground reality and a public statement are two different things. So and also thirdly, I mean, the Afghan Taliban represent the same group which your country has been lambasting as terrorists, as terrorists who have been holding the globally wanted terrorists and sheltering them. TTP is one of those groups. There is no denying that, and the fact that in the last 3 days alone, Pakistan Army has lost minimum 60 officers, including a colonel, and of other soldiers in about four terrorist attacks.